Hey, what's up, gangsters? Today we're gonna be talking. Actually, we're not gonna be explaining too much how we're playing. We're just playing to give you something to look at while you hear my magnificent voice. That's the dream. Before we get too deep into this, I'm pretty sure there's a Tesla right here. So if I find a Tesla, just know I knew it was there. I knew it was there. I'm risky. All right. So if you'll notice, this is the, I want to say, seventh or eighth video I've made. I've been uploading daily, which I hadn't done in a little bit. And I kind of did. Wait a minute. I did not realize the lava launcher's right there. If I realized the lava launcher was there, I probably would have done this a little differently. Regardless, we're just going to keep playing. But anyway, I've been uploading daily, which is awesome. Oh, we could have gotten the Mega Tesla. I should have looked where that lava launcher was. But back to the main point, which is me uploading daily. Wait, maybe I can get this mag. You see, this is going to be a hard video. We can get the. Never mind. Wait, watch this. Ready? Pop, pop. There we go. We're getting the Mega Tesla. Gosh, I get so sidetracked. I've been uploading daily. I have not necessarily been uploading daily because that's really where I want that, because that's what I want to do. Almost, if that makes sense. Like, I've wanted to upload daily, and I have been, but that's not really where I want the channel to continue to go. Kind of what I would like in the future for this to go, actually, is to 3 uploads a week, or basically every other day. And why do I want it to be that way? Well, I would like to spend more time on a few things. All right. And when I say 3 uploads a week, that doesn't mean it's going to be only 3. That means minimum 3. But that is a number that comes from a few different reasons. All right. Number one, I want to make sure I'm not oversaturating the content with just too much builder base, because I'm gonna be honest, fellas, not a lot of guys just want to see some dude in his 20s continuously talk about the builder base over and over and over and over, and here's the new best strategy. I lied. Here's the new best strategy. Did I say that one was the best? Let me show you the actual best. Like that's just not true. All right, so people don't really care to see that over every single day. Number two, I want to kind of put some more effort in the uploads themselves. I don't want to just that's so scary. I don't want to just upload a raw edit thrown together, slap it on there. I want to give them some flavor, And I will be trying to do that. And if you start seeing me miss a day, just know it's not because I'm falling back into my old never uploading tendencies. It's because I'm actually giving them some spice, I'm making it good. That's where I am. So, number 2, and this one is the more important announcement for the whole video, is I am not going to be pushing trophy and I'm not going to be trophy pushing anymore. All right, it's done. It was not really fun while it lasted, and that comes for a few different things. And I'm very lucky that I did not trophy push this season much, because I probably wouldn't have made the realization I did, and I could have kept going on this path. But there are a few reasons I will not be trophy pushing. So the first 2 are pretty they involve the game, and the second few are actually just personal reasons. Number 1, though, why don't we go into the ones that involve the game? If you want to know why the game is broken and why it's so annoying to push trophies, you can just stay here for this. I won't bore you with my personal life. The game system for trophy pushing is broken. All right? And there's so many different things that come with that. It isn't just broken in one way. It's so many different ways. So the first way it's broken is this fun thing called inflation, where you can do a bunch of attacks and take none of the defenses for them. All right, this only really happens at the highest level in the builder base. You got to be pretty high up to have it happen. But once it happens, it can just give you a super unfair finish above everyone else. Actually so stupid of a finish. And let's go a little deeper into that, all right? Let me talk about myself here even more. My last finish in the builder base was a number 12 finish. That sounds like a good number, right? Pretty respectable, if I say so myself. It isn't. It isn't at all. It isn't even close to being respectable. And let me tell you why that is. Why is it illegitimate, okay? It's because I got it when I was inflated. I did a bunch of attacks. I took none of the defenses for them, and that's why I got the number 12 finish there. And, at the time, I'm going to be honest, I was pretty selfish for doing that. because there are people who deserved that finish and played that time to get to the point where they could have gotten that finish. And I took it from them because I wanted it too, and I didn't deserve it as much as they did. And I justified it to myself by being like, "Oh well, I'm gonna do it so I can record and get evidence of it, and then send it to Supercell. And I'm not doing it because I want the finish. I'm doing it for research sake." That's a load of crap, man. Everybody knows that that's not true. The reason I did it was simply for me. I wanted that finish, and I couldn't get it without doing it. And so I did it. I inflated, and I feel pretty bad about that. Like, obviously, I didn't get like a message in my DMs like, "Dude, you ruined my day." That none of that, nothing like that happened. But I just I can't know how it feels to have that happen to you. There have been a few circumstances where just like glitches and stupid bugs like that have allowed people to get a competitive edge over me. I know it sucks. It really, really sucks. And because that's an option for players, people are gonna do it. It's hard to call it cheating because it's not like they're abusing something that no one else can abuse. They're just the game system is broken, and they're just taking advantage of it. And anybody can do it, and anybody does do it. Everybody does it. And for that reason, I'm not trophy pushing, because what's going to be the point if somebody can take my finish through a bug in the system and Supercell's not going to do anything to fix it? I've reported it many times. I have yet to see really any action being taken on the reports. No diss to Supercell, but it is really not receiving any attention. Now, number 2, this one is probably the biggest reason, and that is win trading. That's right, baby. There's win trading in the builder base. Literally, all you have to do is press search on. If I open my phone, and stay on my iPad, press search at the same time, I will almost guaranteed find myself. So I don't think I need to explain why that's an issue, but I will. People just started finding themselves and giving themselves free defenses. And what really sucks is these weren't just anybody, right? It wasn't like random people who no one cared about were doing that, although that did happen. But respected members of the builder-based community were just slowly but surely becoming corrupt in a way where they would as well win trade. They would give themselves free defenses or use an alt to get an advantage, and man, that just sucks. That's just ridiculous. And it would be a different thing if like action was being taken, but no action gets taken. Like they do this, they get a good finish, and then nothing happens to them. So then, but let me tell you really what happened is basically this one player finished number 1 3 seasons ago. I'm not going to go into any names because I'm not really trying to start drama. I'm just telling you basically what has happened. This is all truthful. This is just what's happened. I'm not trying to cause problems and have people being like, "Why did you make some video on me and now people think I didn't earn my number 1?" Well, first of all, if you win traded in any way to get a number 1 finish, you do not deserve that finish. But back to what I was saying, 3 seasons ago, a player win traded and got number 1, and he had been win trading for a while, right? Like everybody knew he was win trading that season. I even reported him win trading to Supercell, like so early in to him win trading. Like it was so, he had hardly even began win trading, and I'd already reported him. And 3 weeks went by, and he got number 1. He did it. He win traded and got the number 1 finish. And the only reason no one had really win traded before then was almost like, it was like, okay, if I do this, I'm going to get banned. And so when that player started win trading, it was like, okay, he's going to get banned. He's going to get banned. AJ is going to report him. And I did report him immediately. Immediately, I reported him. I sent them evidence. There's literally screenshot evidence of him admitting in clan chat, like, yeah, I'm cheating. And nothing changed at all. Nothing happened. There was no consequence, nothing at all. And yeah, so players were like, "Oh, so wait, we can just cheat and nothing will happen." And I was like, no. If you cheat, you'll get banned. They're like, no, because if we were going to get banned, why didn't he get banned? I couldn't argue with that. What am I supposed to say to that? Well, starting now, you can't cheat. Now they're really going to have something to say about it. starting from now on, they're really gonna start taking it seriously. No, everybody knew they wouldn't, and they haven't, because you know what? Guess how many of the top number one finishes have been win traded for since that month? All of them. Every single number one finish since that happened has been win traded for, right? Stupid. In some form or fashion, they've been win traded for. So why don't we just dive in briefly? One of them was win traded because a player was inflated. Again, he didn't take any defenses. 20 attacks. That is 1,000 trophies inflated that he should not have had. And he was the number one player. And someone who is just not even important to the story at all, other than the fact that he did this, just came and gave him all of the defenses. He cleared his defenses. He attacked him and gave him 20 0 stars. And the craziest part is this player, he wasn't like he was like a friend of the guy who was number one. He was just some random guy. And he was like, yep, I was conducting a test. A test? He was like, yeah, I was just testing to see how inflation worked. And I'm like, we already all knew it worked. He was like, he spoke as if like he had just discovered something. Like, I have found out that you cannot take defenses. We already knew that. So he gave him 20 free defenses for the purpose of some test. And now all of a sudden, this guy who no one was really worried about finishing number one because he was waiting on 20 defenses. Now all of a sudden, well, he's finishing number one. But then another player who wanted to finish number one as well, he win traded, and he was like, well, it's okay for me to win trade because the other guy win traded too. And, technically the other guy didn't mean to win trade, but I'll be honest, out of the two of them, the guy who did finish number one probably should have finished number one. He was number one before the win trading, everything, but still, it was achieved by number one. Win trading happened, and that sucks. And then another one is, this one's a little silly, but it's not the classic one where you're win trading by giving yourself free defenses. Instead, this one player knew that he could not catch up to the current number one player because the number one player was not attacking. So what he did is he pushed up one of his own accounts, and then he would attack himself and give him, he wouldn't, it's like not controversial. Everybody really thinks that he's cheating. It's a lot of drama, which again, I'll touch on that soon, but he basically gave himself free attacks. And as we already mentioned, inflation exists. So not only was he getting free attacks where he knew how to attack the base because it was literally his own account, he was also not taking any defenses. So yeah, he didn't technically attack himself and give himself a 0%, but like, bro, he no one else attacked him, so it's not like he still gave himself 50 trophies because he knew no one else would be online playing, and he knew that he would not get the number one if he did not attack somebody. So he pushed his own account and then attacked himself, which I 1,000% think is win trading. Again, this has been like not really Again, most people really agree with the fact that that's not legit. But he doesn't agree. That was his reason. Is like, I don't think it's win trading, and the reason I don't think it's win trading is because I don't consider it win trading. Okay, whatever. That's just, I'm sick of it. I'm just so sick. And the worst part is all these guys who are win trading always were the ones who were so outspoken about win trading and hated win traders. And then now all of a sudden the prospect of a number one finish just like corrupts them, and then they become win traders too. And it's like, man, just have a backbone. And I get it. It's annoying that there's no action being taken. This one's out to you, Supercell. Please take action on the builder base. If someone's win trading, don't just ignore the message and nothing happens. It ruins the builder base. But to the builder base community, win trading is just so stupid. And it's probably going to happen this season too, if I'm being real. I'm going to try to get them banned. Nothing's probably going to happen. That sucks. That's a pretty stupid thing for me to know is going to happen. That's just how it is. That's just how the builder base is. So for those two reasons alone, I don't want a trophy push because the system's broken. Even if I'm number one, someone can steal it from me by A, giving themselves defenses, B, giving themselves attacks, or C, just inflating and not taking any defenses. So what's the point of trying when someone's gonna just take it from me? All my time is gonna be lost, and for what? What did I gain? I know I could be number one. So stupid. The players who deserved number one all the seasons that it was stolen from them, I feel so bad for them because truly they deserved it. But I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here's a Tesla. It's probably going to be over here somewhere. Here's what we're going to do. But those are the two reasons I'm not trophy pushing anymore. That really isn't just personal reasons. But we can dive into the personal reasons now. The reason I'm not trophy pushing anymore is it ruins me. It ruins me. And here's the thing that anything can be an addiction. Drug addictions are not like the only addiction in life. Anything can be an addiction, and the builder base absolutely became an addiction for me. I got addicted to the 6 stars, to the trophies, to the adrenaline when you're attacking, and to the good feeling you get when you succeed, and then you would get a really bad feeling if you don't succeed, and so then I wanted to play more to get back to feeling good about myself, and it just became an addiction, and this addiction would take just priority in my life where I would focus on trophy pushing instead of going out and seeing friends, instead of talking to people, instead of being human, you know. I was stuck staring at my phone looking at how many trophies has he gained, and how is he attacking, and let me watch let me copy his base, and let me waste my life away because I want some stupid number on my profile. And God, like I'm in a relationship. I would go to her house, and I would just immediately get on my device and just start trophy pushing. Like it's almost funny how stupid it was, where how much I would play. It's so stupid, man. Like I gave my life to it, and it wasn't like I didn't realize it was happening, and I knew it was happening, and I was happy about it. I was like, yep, this is happening. I'm gonna get this finish, and then I'm gonna be done, and it's gonna be so cool, and it's gonna be on my profile, and everyone's gonna know I'm a good player, and I just sold so much of my time to that idea of being considered good. That's all it was, is I wanted to be considered good. It wasn't ever anything where it was like, I'm doing this because I need to prove it to myself. I told myself I was just proving it to myself that I could be good if I wanted to be good. But it wasn't that. I knew I was a good player. And some people would tell me that I was a bad player. And for some reason, that would take priority over what I knew to be true. I listened to them and what they thought. Who cares about other people's opinions, man? It took me way too long to get to the point where I realized that it doesn't matter what one guy who plays this game thinks. What matters is what I think, and I thought I was pretty good, and I wasn't really that good when I started, but now I'm pretty good, and I've proved it to myself as much as I should that I'm not a bad player. Like I'm good enough to be top 10, and that should be enough for me, and it is going to be enough for me. And I don't know. I found myself really losing a lot of my core values just as a result of trying to trophy push. Like one thing I really would say was really big is that I want to go outside. It is very important to me to go outside. It's very healthy to be outside. I got a lot of happiness in my life because I stopped staying inside. And I was doing really good about that. And then for some reason, I reversed. I went back. I went back to not going outside and back to playing video games way too much. And I was okay with that. And I don't know why I got so okay with that. I should not have been okay with that because that's not what I wanted. I knew that's not what I wanted. Number two, I just became a very egotistical, narcissistic, just gross version of myself where I would be upset at other players when they would do well because I would be like, you don't deserve that. Like I play better than you. You don't deserve that as much as I would, How gross is that? Ew, really? That's what I became? That's how I thought? That's really what I allowed myself to become, is just this narcissistic, gross, egotistical, I'm better than you, and you aren't, like, I deserve this finish more than you do because I think so. Such a just gross version of myself, man. I got so engrossed in the world of the builder base where I wanted to be better than everyone else that I started thinking that I truly was better than everyone else. And it's just not healthy. It's just not healthy. I became a toxic person, a toxic player. I talked badly about other players simply because they didn't play that I would have the way I would have played. Someone's playing pekkas or someone's playing minions, and I'm looking at them like they're less than me because they can't play the strategies I can play. You want to know the truth? I can't even play pekkas. I can't play dropships and minions. I can't play either of those strategies with consistent success, and I'm looking at them like they're worse than me because they can do something I can't do. How silly is that? What a just embarrassing version of myself I became simply because I wanted that finish. I wanted that finish. It was, and I kept telling myself, it's not for anyone else but me. It's not for anyone else but me. This is just, I want this. I'm going to prove it to myself. Not true. Not true at all. I was egotistical. People would tell me that I wasn't a good player, and I wanted them to see. I wanted them to know that I was a good player. Yeah, look what I can do. Look how good I can get at this game. Look how much time I can waste. Look how much of my life I will dedicate to a silly number on my profile. Look at what I've lost because I'm good. I'm good at the game now. Look at me. Look what I can do. I can 6-star with all these different strategies. I can do everything that I set out to do, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough. It'll never be enough. It's an addiction, and it will never be enough. And I did not realize that. Honestly, did not realize it at all until I just stopped pushing. I didn't realize the effect it was having on me. And man, it was such a extreme effect it did have on me. Like it made me such an angry person. It made me just I would not want to be around me. I can't believe that the people in my life just put up with the fact that I'm playing this video game all the time. And I'm gonna try to not do that anymore. And I'm glad that I've stopped doing it. It really feels like just another addiction that I've had to quit. And yeah, I'm not gonna dive into it again. I'm gonna keep playing the builder base because I enjoy the builder base, but I'm not gonna keep playing to a degree where I'm just playing to prove to others that I'm a good player, and I'm playing to be so competitive. It's so unhealthy. It's so just unhealthy, man. What more do I need to say? Gosh, yeah, it corrupted me. I would spend days thinking about the builder base and nothing else. I would not think about people in my life. I would instead think about the builder base, and that's just not what I want to be. So I'm done pushing. I'm just gonna keep playing. I'm gonna play my Builder Hall 8 more, my Builder Hall 6. I'm gonna have series on that. I'm gonna start spectating top players' attacks and making videos on those. I'm gonna give you guys strategy, guys. I'm gonna upload more because I'm no longer gonna be stuck sitting and thinking in such despair about, ooh, I can't upload this video anymore because I didn't attack well, and people are gonna see that I failed. People are gonna see that I got a 5-star. People are gonna see that I'm not perfect, and they're gonna say I'm a bad player, and no one's gonna respect me, and all this stuff doesn't matter. None of it matters because I am the only person in my life who truly I should care about who thinks about me. Obviously, there's people in real life, but no one in this game should have any sort of power over me where it's going to make me just throw away my days at this game. This is a good lesson. I think I've learned pretty well because I do still have that desire to trophy push, the same way I still have a desire to vape. I have both those desires still, and I just have to consciously tell myself, no, I'm not doing that anymore. You are your best friend. You're the only person in your life who you will never get away from. And for some people, that destroys them. For some people, they can't become friends with their own mind. Their own mind is their worst enemy, and it just takes them out. I'm not going to let that be me. I'm not going to let myself be a slave to my own selfish, egotistical, narcissistic, self-destroying tendencies and desires. This video game is so beautiful, and it works so intricately, interestingly, and it fascinates me. And I do truly love this game, but I can't let that love take too much of my mind because I need to be happy, and I am very, very happy now that I've not been pushing for a few weeks. That's why the daily uploads, they're back. Who thought that would happen? You know, everything in life is much better. So I'm no longer going to be trophy pushing. Obviously, I'm still playing the builder base, man. I'm going to be still doing attacks. Like, look at this. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I mean, we went up like 140 trophies in this session. Like, dubs. All right. I'll see you guys later, man. I hope you can kind of take some of this to heart. Don't invest your life into something not worth investing it into. There's so many more things in life worth doing than playing a stupid video game. I'll see you.